Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ashwin. I'm a consultant pediatrician neonatologist for Pratima Hospitals at JNTU. So I'm here today to discuss few advices regarding the childhood children, adolescents and newborns. I want to bring in all three groups and just discuss on the most common issues what as a parent you people have certain concerns, right? So I would like to advise on some of the most common elements. So I just had a checklist. So let me go through it and get back to you here. What vitamins are important for breastfed child? Yes. Usually we expect a child to be breastfed for around 1.5 years. If mother has got that convenience, and until 2 years also is fine. So till 1 year, according to me, is breastfeeding should be the bare minimum, and 6 months should be an exclusive breastfed. So during this time, milk is not it doesn't contain complete set of nutrients what a child needs for its actual growth. Ideally till 1 year, vitamin D drops to be given. At around 6 months, preferably, multivitamins also needs to be given. And around 6 months onwards, we assess based on the need, iron and calcium. We normally introduce after 6 months to 10 months. That's the area where we normally, after identifying how is he growing, how is the dentition, how his motor milestones are there. So based on that, calcium and iron also we normally add. But these are the 4 vitamins which every breastfed child needs to be assessed and given accordingly. Yeah, let's go to the next question. So how much milk should be given? A child should be given. So normally most mothers will have this question, how much to be given? There is nothing like any random formula that your child needs this much. Every child is unique. Every child grows in very unique way. But however, what I normally advise for all my patients or all my clients are like, child should be fed exactly enough to his satisfaction, meeting his growth and development. How can you say his growth is adequate? Or how can you say that how his milk is adequate? You can say it in the way how he is passing urine, because how much is it taking in determines how much has to be going out, right? So there must be some balance between in and out, input and output. So suppose a newborn, if he is passing urine like adequately, like say in the initial 1 month or so, I mean to say first 1 month of life. So if he is passing around 8 to 10 times urine in a day, he is doing reasonably good in my view. And if the child is gaining weight, say 25 to 30 grams per day for first 3 months of life, that means his milk intake is adequate, because only those children who are fed adequate will gain weight. Only those children will pass enough urine. So based on that weight, we can clearly say that he is doing good. Also, the amount of the satisfaction of the child, on the face of the child, the mother can identify. If the child takes enough, only the baby will be sleeping well, only the child will be playing well, and he moves around, he smiles, and he looks very comfortable and jovial. The child who is hungry, automatically he'll be irritable, fussy, he'll understand that way. And however, not every crying and fussiness is hunger. So you have to take into account the output, you have to take into account how much the child is growing. Like a guidance I said, like 25 to 30 grams per day is the usual guidance. And post 3rd month to 6th month onwards, then usually around 400 grams every month. That amount of weight gain should be there. Post 6 months, 200 to 250 grams if his child is gaining weight. All this should culminate around 9 to 10 kilos by 1 year of age. If that's happening, you are doing pretty good. So most mothers do well during the initial feeding, but once the weaning starts, say from 6 months onwards to 1 year, that's when the usual problem starts. Complementary feeding comes in. Still, mothers will be of the opinion that milk. So milk is good till first 6 months. That is why we say exclusive feeding. But after that, role of milk is just is like you can understand like it's water. So the food has to be the predominant thing. You have to start slow, increase the volume to satisfy the baby. So if the child has been fed like say 3 to 4 times in a day with an accessory milk and water, and seeing that he is growing adequately as per the weight guidelines that I have given, and he is reaching around 10 kilos by 1 year, that means you have done superb job according to me. So milk as well as food should be titrated as per the needs of the child and as per the growth needs of the child. So the complementary feeding also should start at around 6 months of age. Initially that should be cereal and rice based, and the fruit based, say like banana, which is softer to give, and apple, which is to be boiled and smashed, made like a paste. This is for the initial stage. When the child gets to taste better, liking it, eating it better, and every week introduce a new particular food to him. You can give suji, upma, idli, khichdi, curd rice, dal rice, like all the soup, all the rice water, dal water, like that. So I am not expecting you to put all of them at once, dump them at once. Say every new food, one particular week. Seeing that the previous food which have been already started should be continued along with the new foods. So all these things you can gradually increase, like rice, dal rice, then kheer, all of them. It can be introduced gradually. By 10 months, 10 complete months, you can start to push in egg also. Then by 1 year, you can start to put fish also. Similarly, if you can plan accordingly, the initial days should be non-spicy, it should not have a lot of salt. Only after 8-10 months, gradually introduce salt. From 10 months onwards, gradually introduce spice. This is how, if you can plan your feeding for first 6 months and complementary feeding for next 6 months, you can bring your child to around 10 kilos with a good growth, good development, like I discussed earlier.